পরিবর্তন নিউজ চ্যানেল, আপনার কণ্ঠ, আপনার পছন্দ।
নমস্কার, পরিবর্তন নিউজ চ্যানেল আপনার স্বাগত আছে। নতুন আপডেট জন্য চ্যানেলকে লাইক, সাবস্ক্রাইব, কমেন্টস করুন। আজকে আপডেট। আজ কলকাতার 2025 সালের সবচেয়ে বড় ফুটবল টুর্নামেন্ট আসছে। ফিফকো কলকাতা সুপার লিগ 2025 প্রেস কনফারেন্স ঘোষণা করেছে। কলকাতায় 2025 সালের সবচেয়ে বড় ফুটবল টুর্নামেন্টের জন্য প্রস্তুত হন। কলকাতা সুপার লিগ 2025 আসছে নিউটাউনে, এবং এটি একটি বিশাল ইভেন্ট হতে চলেছে। ফিফকো কলকাতা সুপার লিগ 2025 ঘোষণা করেছে একটি কর্পোরেট ফুটবল চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ, যা একটি মর্যাদাপূর্ণ টুর্নামেন্টে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করার জন্য সারা বিশ্ব থেকে 16টি দলকে একত্রিত করবে। সংবাদ সম্মেলনটি কলকাতার বিধাননগরে অনুষ্ঠিত হয়, যেখানে FIFCO সভাপতি আলবার্ট জেবিলি এবং সিও কর্পোরেট কোম্পানি এবং সদস্য ফিফকো জুড মোহান্তি টুর্নামেন্টটি চালু করার ঘোষণা দেন, যা 2025 সালের এপ্রিলে মাসে নিউটাউন NKDA স্টেডিয়ামে অনুষ্ঠিত হবে। এই টুর্নামেন্টে নিউটাউন হবে বলেন জুড মোহান্তি। ক্রেজি কলকাতা ফুটবলার কলকাতা সুপার লিগ 2025-এর একটি অংশ হিসাবে আয়োজিত হবে। টুর্নামেন্টে বিভিন্ন দেশের 16টি দল থাকবে, দুটি বয়সের গ্রুপে বিভক্ত, 25 এবং তার বেশি এবং 35 এবং তার উপরে, এবং প্রথমবারের মতো একটি মহিলা চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপও অন্তর্ভুক্ত করবে। ফিফকো মরক্কোতে বিশ্ব কর্পোরেট চ্যাম্পিয়ন্স কাপের 7তম সংস্করণের আয়োজন করতে পেরে রোমাঞ্চিত, যা 22 থেকে 26 অক্টোবর 2025 পর্যন্ত অনুষ্ঠিত হবে। টুর্নামেন্টের লক্ষ্য কর্পোরেট ফুটবলের প্রচার করা এবং কোম্পানিগুলিকে একটি মজাদার এবং প্রতিযোগিতামূলক পরিবেশে জড়িত হওয়ার জন্য একটি প্ল্যাটফর্ম প্রদান করা। স্থানীয়, জাতীয় এবং আন্তর্জাতিক অংশীদারদের সমর্থনে FIFCO আত্মবিশ্বাসী যে এই সংস্করণটি এখনও সবচেয়ে সফল হবে। কলকাতা সুপার লিগ 2025 একটি মর্যাদাপূর্ণ টুর্নামেন্ট হতে চলেছে, এবং এটি একটি দুর্দান্ত সাফল্য হবে বলে আশা করা হচ্ছে। সুতরাং এই উত্তেজনাপূর্ণ ইভেন্টের আরও আপডেটের জন্য সাথে থাকুন। ভিডিওটি দেখার জন্য ধন্যবাদ। আমাদের চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব করতে ভুলবেন না।
My name is Albert ZBILY. I'm the president of the International Federation of Corporate Football. We're headquartered in Montreal, Canada. This 7th edition of the FIFCO World Corporate Champions Cup will be held in Fez, Morocco, where we will have 16 countries participate in 2 different age categories, and as well we will introduce for the first time ever a female-only category, which has never been done on the corporate footballing scene. It's a 3-day event. We will crown a corporate champion in each one of these categories, and hopefully we'll also have a lot of fun doing it. Limit, but a minimum, yes. So 25 minimum, and it can go up. We've had players as old as 6 in Morocco. This is the 7th edition.
Celebrity footballer will join there?
Possibly yes. Depending the countries, but possibly yes. You know, aside from working all day, we should be out there exercising and getting a sport in. Playing football is probably the easiest sport to play, and it's the one sport where everyone understands. So it's really, you know, the basis of FIFCO and why we started and how we started was all on the context that we want to promote a healthy lifestyle. So get out of the office, go out, do some sport, play with your colleagues. The advantage as well of playing with your colleagues at work is that it creates a fantastic team spirit, right? A team cohesion. So you can imagine that it takes one player to score a goal, but it takes a team to win a game. And it's the same thing in the office. If we all work together, we become a successful company. If we work individually, well, then you know the results.
So the rules will be same.
So the format we use is a 5-a-side. We use a 5-a-side format because it's mostly due to logistics. The ability to move 20 people from one country to the other it poses certain challenges in terms of travel, visas, etc. So we just stick to the 5-a-side format. 5-a-side is a very fast format of. We promote this 2 times 20 minutes.
5-minute break.
Correct. Goals. We use a futsal sala ball in terms of play. So yeah, it's again, it's a very fast game, 5-a-side. but it's a smaller field. Predominantly from Europe and from the United States to help us to keep promoting, our values, to keep promoting corporate football. I think that would be great. That would be a lot of fun to bring teams to India. There's so much to discover, and I think that even in my trip here in the last few days, I mean it's very exciting. There's a lot of movement here, so I think it could be a wonderful experience if we can bring a World Cup here to India. I think Jude's team is one of the competing teams of the 16. Yeah. So in terms of age requirement, we request 25 and older. Obviously, the younger generation might be a little too quick for some of the older guys that are playing, but we always require 25 and over. We have two different categories in this edition. There'll be 25 plus and there'll be a 35 plus category. So again, moving forward, eventually we'll start introducing other formats and other age categories as well. Annual event, there will be spectators absolutely, locally. All the games will be live streamed directly on our social media channels. So different people will be able to watch. So we always focus on 16 teams. There'll be one host nation, and then there will be 15 countries from around the world that will qualify within their respective countries, and they will attend. We always accept nothing more than 16. We have 64 members. So in the two formats of 25 plus, there will be 16 teams. In the 35 plus, there will also be 16 teams. So in theory, it's possible that India could possibly show up with two teams in the two different age categories. Yeah, so I mean, we follow the same rules as Football Association rules. In terms of a five-a-side format, there are no tackling, there's no slide tackling because again, it's a small field. But I mean, it's pretty much the same standard way of playing. Of course, five-a-side, there's no offside, right? So you're playing very fast. So it's a very high intensity, a lot of energy. It's very fun to watch. And of course fun to play as well, but mostly watching is also quite beneficial. The size of the ground is 40 meters by 25, so it's a standard size of a futsal pitch, 40 long, 25 wide. The changes are done on the fly, so again the game is going very rapidly, so there's almost no time for any stoppage of game, which again, this is the point, right? Get us moving, get us exercising. It's an excellent cardiovascular exercise. So that's a good question. It takes a year to organize this event because we do it every year. But we also have some training elements as well that we are trying to promote. We have our own referee corps, so we train our own referees around the world. We are now putting our courses online, both in French and in English, and hopefully in other languages. We'd like to eventually start introducing classes and courses for companies, how to increase participation within the workspace, how to increase productivity in the workspace through sports. I think the most important element here is that sports in the workplace should have its place, should have its role. In the context of encouraging employees to stay active, to stay fit. There's a lot of academic studies that point to an active lifestyle brings more productivity at the workspace. So people are happier when they are participating. And of course, we all want our bragging rights. If we score a goal, we want to show the colleagues that, we're good players.
More engaged in this tournament.
So we've had a lot of ex-professional players, people that you would know. I mean, the most successful team in FIFCO history is the team from Iran. A lot of the players on Team Iran played professionally in their life, in their younger life. Then they've moved on to start working for companies, and then in that company space, obviously, they perform well. Some of the other teams from Morocco had professional players, teams from Tunisia, Cote d'Ivoire. The team from Cape Verde had two former professionals who played on their FIFA team, 11 aside. So there's definitely a lot of ex professionals playing. I mean, again, we get good level when we get to the international level. Jude was there in Greece with me last year. I mean, he saw some of the quality, and the game was fast. The game was very strong.
Is there any aid
Companies and some of the older traditional companies. I mean, from Saudi Arabia, there was the National Telecom Company. There's some national oil companies that get involved. Some of the larger corporations, whether it be service industry, whether it be manufacturing. I think the reality is that if you have the bug to play, you'll find a way to play. In Canada, we manage a full-time league where companies play all year round. You'll have banking to manufacturing to petrol to auditing, pharmaceutical. There's all the array of companies that participate. And when I started this 20 years ago, it was one member. It was Canada, and that was when I started this. And what I truly appreciate is that there's no age really to appreciate what we're trying to establish, right? We're trying to get a bunch of people on a pitch to become friends, to play for fun, to play competitively, and then let's see where this goes. Let's see what we can develop out of it. So yes, it's grown exponentially over the past 20 years. So our goal is to eventually reach at least 100 nations. Try to get more tournaments in place. Eventually, we'd like to see an Asian Cup where only the Asian countries, maybe we can start introducing, let's say, games that are specific to industries, maybe the World Cup for pharmaceuticals, World Cup for IT, World Cup for gaming, etc., etc., etc. The idea is try to get as many people involved, right? It's always to encourage activity, encourage friendship, encourage community. I mean, that's really the values. The football is there because we love it, but it's those values that keep us together. By 2030, we'd like to be at 100 nations, yes, assuming I'm still here doing that.
Yeah, so I'm Jude Mohanty. I'm the CEO of FIFCO, and recently we have become the member of FIFCO. The reason being that we conduct football tournament in Kolkata, where all the corporates take part, and in this connection, since we have become the member of FIFCO, the winners of our tournament KSL will be going to the tournament and a World Cup tournament that is organized by FIFCO. Conduct a football tournament on a yearly basis, which is KSL, Kolkata Super League. And since we have become the member of FIFCO, we have made this the qualifier tournament of Kolkata corporates at the moment. And we intend to spread it across it. Yeah, I did that. So I think in Kolkata, as per what I have seen, every type of company does participate. That Reliance, even Infosys, TCS, PwC, Deloitte, many. So the difference is that the winners of our tournament KSL will qualify automatically for the FIFCO World Cup. So that is the difference. And also the other thing is that we will be sponsoring the winners to the event. Infiflex, the company, will be sponsoring. So the winners will not require any expense from this. Kolkata Super League, that's all. I don't think we'll make that the qualifying tournament for this event. So basically, the winners of the KSL will win. Will go to the event. LTI in my
16 team in Kolkata.
Yeah.
Name, explain.
TCS, Sun Knowledge. I think Sun Knowledge is here also. And Mindtree, Infosys, so many, including ourselves.
Thanks.
Right. Since we became members this year, so we are doing it in Kolkata this year, but the idea is to do it all over the country, at least all the metros. Venue is NKDA Stadium, and the tournament will be somewhere likely in April.
But it's very phase.
Yeah, let's see how far the team goes.
Last year we won the Parsi Club, and we were the runners-up at CCFC. And we won Rangers. Exact date is not fixed. April.
Okay.
The people of Kolkata love football, and this we get to see in the corporate sector also, that many teams participate in events like our event and other football events also, unlike in other cities where people are not so much interested in football. But here we get a good participation. Yeah, they're crazy, crazy for football.
Okay, thank you.